This is blasphemy. What's going on here, this character? In the first verse, he's barging into heaven. I'm going to knock on those gates. He's very free in expressing himself, his outrage with this world that the source has created. And he doesn't seem to have the appropriate awe of the sanctity of the Lord's domain here. He's just going right up and talking to him face to face. Hey, I've got some grievances here. Very much like the character Ivan in The Brothers Karamazov, where Ivan goes off on this tirade about the things that he would say to God about this world that he has created with all of its sinful behavior that Ivan is very fed up with. Well, that's the character in this song. He's fed up. How does the source respond to these grievances? He heaves this big sigh, and the next thing you know, he's sobbing. Sobbing. Now, my best friend, I wrote this song. This is one of the earliest songs I wrote back in high school. And my best friend, when I sang in this song, he was outraged at that line about, as I look at his face, I can see that he's starting to cry, talking about the source. My friend was outraged. God doesn't cry. God isn't impotent in this way of basically throwing up his hands and saying, you're right, the world is messed up and I created it and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. All I can do is grieve and weep with you, my human invader into my heavenly realm. Outrageous, blasphemous to my friend, and I'm sure to many in the community. The backroom cabaret features entertainment that is often illicit. That's why it's a private chamber. It's not for everyone. It's not that G-rated entertainment that goes on out there in the big showroom that people bring their families to. Back here in the back room, maybe you don't want to bring your kids here. Maybe there's some truth that's a little too alarming for the weak-hearted. Most people don't want to think of this image of God weeping. But of course we know Jesus wept at Lazarus' tomb. Only place in the whole Old and New Testament that the source cried. We get to verses 3 and 4 where the character gets even more outrageous, where he's talking about, well, I'm going to leave this world. I'm going to leave all you humans behind who I have all these grievances about, all you sinners. I'm going to leave you all behind. And lo and behold, what are you going to see on my dying day? You're going to see the heavens open up and the trumpet's going to call. It's the last judgment. You'll see me rising to my glory. My death is going to be equivalent to the death of Jesus Christ, where the veil in the temple is ripped and there's an earthquake and all the angels sing and the saints are released. Even more blasphemous. This is an amazing character here. Amazingly sick to most of the community to even be entertaining such self-glorifying thoughts. As we say as shamans, we're here to glorify the source. This is a very unshamanic character here, talking about glorifying himself. He's basically saying, I've been misunderstood by all of you sinful people doing all these sinful behaviors of lying and stealing and killing. I'm so far above you, but you don't understand me. So you'll see, though, on my dying day, then I will be redeemed because my true divine character will be revealed. So this is some sort of false prophet. And I've always enjoyed these themes of the false prophets. I think that's part of the fun of being a shaman, is always questioning yourself. Am I on the true path or am I just deluding myself? Am I really glorifying the source or am I really just in a secret way trying to glorify myself? So these are all interesting themes to explore as a shaman, and all of them are touched in this song.